Today we have a clip from Good Citizen from the North. He was filming and taking pictures of the surrounding areas of a fire station and an armory. Now what Ryan didn't know is that he would come face to face with two people that work in law enforcement that day. But what he did know was his rights. So let's get right into the video. This is how Ryan's day started. His plan was to visit the Hibbing Fire Department, the armory and police station, mainly for documentary purposes and to take pictures of the surrounding areas.
Friday, July 20th, 10:30 a.m., Hibbing, Minnesota. And already we're at the Hibbing Fire Department.
Here's the first interaction he had that day with a couple of visitors at the fire department and then a fireman.
You're gonna sneak in there real quick.
Yeah, no, I take them where I can get them. For possible publication, working on a story. What's that?
Who do you work for?
I'm not going to divulge that.
What's that?
I won't divulge that.
Okay, how come?
Because I don't need to. It could spoil the story I'm working on.
Did you get permission from the city to?
Okay, who are you? Can I get your name? Can I get your name?
My name's Alan.
Alan, nice to meet you, Alan. My name is Ryan.
You need to talk to the chief or anything?
No, just taking pictures. I just need the pictures, that's all.
Wondering if you had city permission, that's all.
Don't need it. But I appreciate it, thank you.
He knew exactly how to handle that situation, but what happened moments later was completely unlawful. The people at the armory didn't seem to mind. But now take a look as a police officer from Hibbing approaches Ryan while he's on his way to his last stop, the police station.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, yourself?
Good. Apparently the armory's all bent out of shape because you're taking pictures or something.
Can I get your name?
It's Sergeant Everett, Hibbing PD.
You have a badge number, Sergeant?
HI 108.
Thank you very much.
What's going on?
Exactly what you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask, is there a specific reason for your...
Well, there's always a reason, but I'm not going to share it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be on my way. Have a good day.
You're going to stay here for a second.
Are you detaining me?
Yes.
For what reason?
Apparently you are taking a call about a suspicious activity because I would like to know what's going on. Now, I've been very pleasant, I think, with you, and I'm asking you simple questions about what's going on, and you may have a very legitimate reason. Can you explain that to me, or you don't care to explain that? Can I see your identification, please?
Have I broken a law?
I don't know, but people take things very seriously when it comes to public safety and military safety, and if you've been walking around the property photographing things, I don't think it's unreasonable for me to ask.
But it was unreasonable of him, because Ryan stated that he could not give that information out. If someone signs a non-disclosure agreement, then it's legal for them to not give out certain information. This officer already looks like he doesn't know his job, but let's carry on.
Now, you asked me a few questions when I got here for my name and badge number, and I was more than willing to provide that with you.
Which I believe you're required to do.
Yep.
I'm not.
Well, if we have reason to believe you may be involved in criminal activity,
you need a reasonable, articulable suspicion that I am, or I'm about to commit a crime to be able to detain me.
So what are you up to?
So what am I being detained for?
For identification purposes.
In order to ID me, I had to have broken a law.
This activity on 23rd Street, Brooklyn Drive, Outlook 1 male. Okay. So here's the thing. You can tell me who you are, and I can have you on your way very easily, and you can
Here's the thing, at this point in time, it's an illegal detainment because I have broken no law. Okay. I'm in the process of breaking no law, and I intend to break no law. You have no suspicions of any of those three. Okay. So therefore, you have no right to detain me or try to ID me.
That might be what you think.
That's what I know.
But you can tell me, and I can get you on your way.
Am I being detained, or am I free to go?
No, you are not free to go.
Okay. I exercise my right to remain silent.
Then the supervisor shows up as backup, literally minutes after the officer officer calls for him. This is when things go south.
Told you I'm exercising my right to remain
Set
silent.
your cameras down.
No, I have every right to record.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now, and you are going to follow my commands, or you're going to go to jail. I'm going to detain you in handcuffs.
Are you his supervisor?
No, I'm the supervisor.
Can I get your supervisor,
Turn around,
please?
Put your hands behind your back.
This is an illegal detainment. Go to the ground. Put it down.
Comply.
I'm not resisting.
Yes, you are.
I am not at all. Nothing is tense. I'm completely loose.
You got his arm behind his back?
Yep.
I'm coming back. Sure hope you didn't damage your cameras.
I sure hope you didn't. It's an illegal search. I do not consent to any searches or seizures of my person
Well,
or
you're under
property.
arrest, so
Yep.
based on
Arrest
the
for
US
what?
Based on the U.S. Constitution, we have the right to search you under search incident to arrest.
What are you arresting me for?
Obstructing.
Obstructing what?
Legal process.
What legal process?
The information on a
They could have done some serious damage to his cameras. The interesting thing is, though, that they still didn't give any legal reason for Ryan being detained. Both officers were hostile from the get-go, but they kept doing illegal things. Take a look at what they do next.
Well, now you're going to jail,
For
so
what?
obstructing.
Obstructing what? I broke no laws. You were investigating nothing.
It's suspicious activity
And
when you're
what is that, a
photographing.
misdemeanor or a felony? Suspicious activity, a misdemeanor or a felony, Sergeant? Which one is it? You are now illegally searching my backpack.
After illegally detaining Ryan, causing him trouble and damaging his property, the officers continued to illegally search his bag. Ryan was taken to jail, but as soon as he got out, he sued the Hibbing Police Department. He ended up suing them for false arrest, in which he probably could have sued them for assault as well. Once the case was taken to court, Ryan was lucky enough to win. He said that he bought a used car from his winnings. That one false arrest cost the city of Hibbing $36,000, if not more, for the legal fees and other court work. Now for a pastor that was doing a good deed by watering his neighbor's plants, only he got interrupted by two cops that had gotten a call about him being suspicious. Here's how that went.
Hey man, how's it going?
Pretty good. What you doing here, man?
Water flower.
They saying that, is that your vehicle? It's not? The neighbors?
314, I'll be on 13.
Okay.
10-4.
You live here?
Nah, I don't live here.
Okay. They saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be
Who's
here.
saying that?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
You're Pastor Jennings?
Yes, I'm looking out for their house while they gone.
Okay.
Watering their flowers.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Now, do you have like ID and
Oh
all?
no, man. I'm not gonna give you no ID.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong. And they did
Well,
nothing
you look,
suspicious.
listen, I'm not saying do nothing wrong.
Doc, listen,
There's a suspicious person.
Look, I used to be a police officer in Goodwater. Don't come here with that. Okay?
Look, man, don't do this to me. There's a suspicious person in the yard, and if you're not one to identify yourself,
I don't have to identify myself. It's not a stop and identify state. That guy know me. He came to my store that got broke in. I live right over there across the street. Who called y'all?
that's what we got to figure out. But
Yeah,
first,
who called? Man,
he
I
don't
just
live here.
warned his neighbor problems. You think
I'm not
doing
saying
something
nothing
illegal.
about.
You have no right to approach me if I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong. Told him I'm a pastor. I pastor, so I don't want to hear you.
Sir.
You want to lock me up? Lock me up.
Nobody wants to lock you
me.
up.
I'm not showing y'all anything. I'm gonna continue to water these flowers.
Call.
I don't care who called y'all. Lock me up and see what happens.
Hey man, just come here and talk to us.
I'm
What?
gonna water these back flowers is what I'm finna do. Who called y'all?
Well, if you would let us talk to you, we can figure stuff out.
But things escalated very quickly. Here's how the cops decided to respond to the pastor's behavior. He was clearly just a little frightened.
Look, man, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone, dude. Just calm down, okay?
No.
Stop.
I like this.
Okay, we're just trying to talk to you and see.
I don't want to argue with you, okay?
All right, go ahead and do what you
I
gotta
don't
do,
wanna
Doc.
arrest you either.
Do what you got to do. Go on and
Okay.
lock me up.
Look, just have a
We're
seat.
It's already
not
a
locked
lawsuit.
up, you're
It's
just-
already a lawsuit,
Yes,
Doc.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's already a
Okay.
lawsuit.
Just have a seat, okay?
Okay, already a lawsuit.
313, show us.
Hey, let me get
1026, one black man. Sit down. Sit down, man. Just
Okay, let me call my wife.
you're not calling
My
nobody.
son just got racially profiled in Michigan. He's got his master's degree. He's an athletic director. 3 police profiler came in. I was ex-police officer in Goodwater. I told you I'm a pastor.
Okay, look, man.
Who called y'all?
We,
That's what I'm
I
trying
don't
to
have
tell
to
you.
ID
you
myself.
will not
I wanna show you.
listen.
I have a call on you. You have to identify yourself to me.
I
You
don't.
understand what
No,
I'm
I
telling
don't.
you?
No, I don't. You wait, watch how you want. Take me down, book me. Go do what you need to do. Go do what you need to do.
I think it's gonna
Please
be.
call my wife right quick.
We're gonna wait off.
You're not
All right.
operating
Well, y'all
yourself
sit with
right
him, Jeremy. I'm gonna go over here and see if it's 6 people over here to call.
They just kept yelling at him, but what happens next is even more insane.
Yeah, he lives right there, and he would be watering their flowers. This is probably my fault.
Okay. Do you know who Roy Malum is? That's the person that owns that vehicle.
Roy Malum.
Roy
Ask
Malum.
him who owns the house. I don't know the guy's name. I don't know who owns. It could be their vehicle.
Step out.
Miss Sister Connie and
What's wrong with you?
my cuffs are a little bit tight. If y'all don't mind loosening them up.
Sure he is.
Listen to me, man. Is that
I was
better?
actually about to go over to his house.
Listen, let me talk to you. Who is Roy Malum? That's you, ain't it?
I'm Michael Jennings, sir.
You're Michael Jennings. Who is Roy Malum?
I don't know.
Okay, that's who that vehicle belongs to.
Yeah, that's
Who
all I
lives
know.
in-
His name is Roy.
That's who lives here?
That's Roy. I call him Roy and call his wife Connie, and I've been dealing with him for 7 years that I've been living here.
They are friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you called not because of a car, but because you thought you saw someone besides him.
Right, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
I got to
about
keep their
that.
flowers watered. I got to keep their flowers watered while they're gone. You okay? And by the way, I won't get to come to the graduation, but we're going to get your son something.
No, don't.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. Anytime the police come out and they say, we want to identify you, you have to identify yourself because there's a reasonable suspicion, there's a reasonable man, there's a vehicle. There's a reasonable suspicion that you're here. There's not a crime.
Yeah.
If you would have said, yeah, here's my name, here's everything, we were like,
I
okay.
told him my name.
You didn't tell me your name.
I decided, he asked me who I was. I said,
You didn't give it to me when I first
Pastor
asked.
Jennings. Pastor Jennings.
That's not a name. That's a pastor.
Yeah.
I need your
The way
name.
y'all handle this situation was totally wrong.
Well, listen.
You racial profile.
We're not racial profile.
Yes, you did.
If the lady who called the cops just told them she was mistaken, should they not have taken his cuffs off? I'm pretty sure an apology needs to be given at this point.
Pipe up.
He is gonna be so pissed when I tell him I got arrested for one of his flowers. 7 years we've been friends.
We got that. Look, let's sit back in here.
You got it.
You can sit down. Give me, so we can get this going on the ball. All right. What is your social?
I'm not gonna give him a social.
You need to give me your social.
I'll give you my
Pastor.
name. That's all I'm gonna give you. You're not gonna run no 27 and 28 on me and get me in the system for no reason.
All right, what's your
The
name?
girl already done told you who I am.
Okay,
I'm
yes,
Michael
yes.
Jennings. That's all you
Michael
gonna get.
Jennings.
Michael Jennings.
Spell your first name.
M-I-C-H-A-E-L.
A-E-L?
That's it.
Jennings, J-E-N-N-I-N-G-S.
Yes, sir. GS.
What's your date of birth?
1/17/66.
1/17/66. All right. Sit in the car for me.
Yes, sir.
We'll handle this in just a
Can you
second.
give me? Can you let the one? It's hot.
Yeah. Will you let the window down a little bit for him? What are we gonna do with him?
We'll see the charge of, I guess, disorderly conduct, the failure to obey a police officer. He refused to give any information.
He said he's not gonna give me his social, but he gave me his name and date of birth.
Okay, and she's saying the same thing. She won't give her name.
Huh?
Yeah, because he got arrested.
The cops were basically trying to figure out what to charge him with. That's plotting. Good thing the body cam was still recording.
So we got a call.
So you can do this once.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine.
Come on. I looked out the door, Daddy. I was wondering where you were.
Yeah.
I thought you was outside doing
They're
the.
trying to make me identify myself. I told them I don't have to identify myself. I have to commit a crime. She came over and told them that she made a mistake and they still want to try to do something to get an obstruction charge for me because I wouldn't listen to them.
I'll tell you what's
Okay,
going on,
Daddy.
okay? And so we got a call here, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll need his ID.
I'm just gonna take his ID and we're gonna.
Well, we'll
do
just.
that
Daddy.
with you.
You want us to take his
Do
whole
you
wallet
want
or
them
just?
to give your ID?
I just wanted you to know who he was.
No, don't
Okay.
get no ID.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
ID.
Okay.
If he don't give me an ID and we don't have a way to identify him, I will have to look him on John Doe. But if he's got it, then that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, he's okay. So he's been identified.
I'll
He's
tell you what
identified
happened.
himself.
We
She's
get a call
identified
here.
him and verified who he is and where he
Because she
lives.
knows
I'm the
who's here.
missionary, so.
But when we get here, of course, we're going to immediately investigate the call.
Yes.
Find him on scene. All he's doing is watering the plants, and that's not a problem.
What do you want? What do you want to
And
do?
we say, hey,
Your phone is
sir,
at the
we have a
house.
call here.
What do you want us to do?
Need you to identify yourself, please. Like, no, I'm not identifying myself. You don't have to identify me, and so on. And he began to walk away. And we wouldn't listen, he's walking away, so of
Okay,
course
so
we
what do you
detained
want us to
him.
do?
We don't know what's going on.
Gotcha.
After that, we radioed for them to contact her, have her step out and talk to us. Well, she does tell us it's a mistake and all that stuff. But at this point, he's already collected the charge. Once we place him on arrest, we can't unarrest him. Does that make sense?
This is so simple, and the neighbor just told him this morning, please water the plants and,
he's-
take care of
I
them.
said
Look
that,
out
but it
for
was
the
all
house.
afterwards. It was all afterwards. And all we told him was like, if you're here to water the plants, that's okay. Just please identify yourself, just your name, and let us call the owner. And he didn't want to do that until he caught the charge. So
So what do we need to do now? What do
He's
you want me to do? What
he's
you want
going
me
to
to
go
do?
to the Childersburg Police Department. We're going to process an arrest report. It's going to be one charge for obstruction of our investigation. He'll go to the jail. He can bond out immediately. You can get your bondsman. It'll be 10% of the bond.
So it'd be like $50.
We're not investigating a crime. We're investigating a call. And we have a right to identify anybody involved in that call.
But basically, he didn't identify himself.
He's walking away and yelling at us and telling us we have no right and we have a call there. But if he wants to fight in court, that's fine.
Is it okay if I talk to him?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. That's fine. There's no problem.
Even after speaking to his family and looking at his ID, they still booked him and put him in jail. Once he got out, he was not kept silent. Here's a snippet of a conference he had with his lawyer about suing the officers.
But what they did that day, they did with impunity, figuring there'd be no action taken against them. I felt dehumanized, I felt little, I felt helped, and it hurt me.
Pastor Jennings says he would appreciate an apology from the city and police department, but no one has reached out.
I'm not here for revenge. I'm here for accountability and for justice. Wrong is wrong, no matter what your race, color, creed. Wrong is wrong.
Attorney Harry Daniels hopes from this point forward, officers are trained better on de-escalation methods to avoid further hasty arrests that violate human rights.
If we can send $2 trillion to Ukraine, you would think that we can at least send money to our local police officers for training. So that's one thing that we're looking for, training, de-escalation tactics.
We reached out to the city of Childersburg asking for a statement about the lawsuit from the mayor, but he never returned our call.
It seems like even the mayor is too embarrassed to even comment on the behavior of his officers.